Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 in the series between Foggy and Havoline, or is it Havoline? Well, Havoline, and if you ever contact me and tell me how to say your name, I will definitely say it correctly if you are ever featured on my channel again. Anyways, Rage Havoline spawning on the top left-hand side of the map. This is Echo Isle. Wow, almost said Secret Valley. This is Echo Isle. Meanwhile, on the top right-hand side of the map, we see Foggy spawning under the name SK Hot. Good luck, have fun opening up this time around, as well. Havoline didn't say GG before he left. He may have been a little bit on tilt considering the circumstances of game number 1. Just things not going his way. Poor execution, a bit all in with his strategy, and well, it did not work. Now, with the game up, is Foggy going to play it safe, or is he going to try and execute a little bit more of a faster strategy? We'll just have to take a look at that and see where all of this goes. Meanwhile, Havoline has opened up with the Death Knight. Death Knight has wandered across over here and has picked up Death Coil, interestingly enough, instead of Unholy Aura. Now, what you're going to see is that perhaps a hit onto one of those wisps. And if you see a hit on a wisp and a Death Coil, that is going to be enough to take it down. So now the Demon Hunter knows what's going on and now needs to mana burn in order to finish things off. There goes Havoline again, and this is really going to delay a bit of the teching to tier 2 that we saw in game number 1. The tech to tier 2 really didn't seem to matter all that much, but you can see now the skeletal minions are backing across over here. You can see that the tech to tier 2 has begun already. More ghouls are being trained, but they are not going to benefit from Unholy Aura, as you remember, as the Death Knight now makes his way across the map here. Skeletal minion now attempting to slip away. Demon Hunter almost at level 2. Death Knight did get enough kills so that he will get to level 2 off of this 3-3-3 creep camp. A little bit of a benefit right there. He should be able to easily get some obsidian statues, and with Havoline opening into a longer game strategy, will it pay off for him? Circuit of Nobility was dropped. Very, very strong item there. Remaining units are going to clear that up as the Death Knight gets to level 2. Is he going to perhaps buy another Dust of Appearance and a Rod of Necromancy and make his way out? All right, interestingly enough, there are a lot of archers here, and wow, archers ensnare, and is the Death Knight going to be able to get a kill off onto an archer in transition? That is going to be a big deal there. Yes, one is taken down, and that was a bit of a misstep. Sometimes the Demon Hunter will come back across over here and purposely launch, and then with sight, the archers are able to attack over the trees and easily clear out that creep camp without having to really worry about any of those other units. So this is giving Havoline a big experience advantage that he normally would not have right now, as the Demon Hunter does get to level 2. And let's take a look at this. There's that mana burn right there, as the Demon Hunter has to be extremely careful. He does not want to try and engage against the just large number of ghouls that we are seeing here. Archers are still back over here. Skeletal minions looking to finish off the Forest Troll Trapper. If the Forest Troll Trapper falls here, the Death Knight will get a little bit more experience. Is the Demon Hunter going to get it? Oh, the Demon Hunter still gets the experience. A little bit of an unlucky break there, as the Death Knight now, well, still shy of level 3. All right, where are these ghouls going? That is the next important question. Death Knight is at about 45 mana, should be able to get a little bit more, maybe able to even get to level 3 off of this creep camp. But the big problem here is that the Death Knight has to deal with that Demon Hunter. Back off to the north here. Demon Hunter looking for where the Death Knight is, knows that he's now off to the south. A ghoul is going to end up getting, no, is he going to get taken down? Yes, he is. There's one two shot, as the Demon Hunter now needs to back off. All right, Death Knight can easily get a Death Coil off. Yes, he does. He does it for the save, as opposed to the damage here, as the Demon Hunter does have Boots of Speed and will easily outrun all of these units. Unholy Aura, it should have been level 1 right now. With level 2 Death Coil, ghouls may try and go for a surround here. Not going to really work. Ghoul is it actually able to attack there? No, it's unable to attack there, but we do have a surround here. This is going to be very, very big news. Staff of Teleportation, Death Knight is right there, as that, well, teleport is, well, gonna allow that unit to back off here. All right, ghouls unable to get within melee range there, and that is always a bit of an issue until a Crypt Fiend will be trained up. Back across over here, Naga Sea Witch working alongside Ancient of War and Demon Hunter to try and get to level 3. So far, Naga Sea Witch should be able to easily clear this out with the help of a Demon Hunter. Ancient of War still absorbing much of that damage, and the archers just providing that extra bit of damage behind here. We aren't going to expect to see either of these two armies really engage each other, since both of them have spent a good amount of their resources and time building and trying to tech to the higher tiers. They want their more efficient units, those destroyers, maybe even not chimeras, frostworms may be added as well. Death Knight is sitting at level 3. We can see that a Lich has been added here, and this is a little bit of a curious spot. That Lich should be able to Frost Nova and pick off fleeing units fairly easily. You can see a Tome of Strength, and, well, is that a Wand of Illusion that was dropped? It appears to be so. A rather not so elegant item, or not so useful item from a tier or level 5 creep. Demon Hunter now chasing. You can see the ghouls are just going to be back off over there. Lich is right there as well. Just wanted to create a little bit of space to allow that Lich to get some damage in, as those ghouls are going to be out to engage there. All right, a little bit of frost damage there, a little bit of death coil as the Lich unable to get a mana burn. Oh, is it going to get a Frost Nova? Yes, Frost Nova down. There's a mana burn. Not quite enough. Staff of Teleportation. Going to try to get in front and perhaps catch up to the remaining units. There you can see a illusioned Death Knight just wandering around here, trying to figure out where his opponent is. As now you can see the Death Knight coming across here. All right, Demon Hunter did get some good moon juice from those moon wells, back up to full hit points and full mana. All right, Death Knight taking a little bit of slow damage from that slow poison. Demon Hunter does not have an Orb of Venom as of yet. Does have a Staff of Preservation, though.
A player's forces are under attack.
As the units are all still looking to back off. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 2. You can see Lightning Shield being used on the Archer, but it is not really affecting any damage. Well, no, finally affecting some damage. Those Dryads are immune to magic. Ring of Protection +2 now dropped, as the Demon Hunter going to perhaps interrupt a bit more creeping, as we see another mana burn go down. Death Knight now down to 5 mana, not going to be able to do very much of anything for quite some time. Are we going to see a Frost Nova? Yes, there we are. Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now down to 420 hit points, 412, and you got to be really, really careful with that Demon Hunter. He does have a potion of greater healing, and that is going to be the only thing that's going to really keep him alive at this point. As you see, the ghouls are just coming across here. All right, Death Knight slowly inching to 4. Lich going to get very close to 2. Picks up Claws of Attack +6. Has those double circlets of nobility, so has a respectable amount of hit points already at even just at level 1. Demon Hunter, are we going to see a mana burn? Nope, there is some more damage coming across there. Are we at Hall's Black Citadel? Yes, we are. Death Knight, did he give an Orb of Corruption? Yes, he did to that Lich. And you can see that -5 armor, how big of an effect it is going to have, as that Lich does get to level 2 rather quickly, using Dark Ritual to replenish his mana as fast as well. All right, Demon Hunter, what is it doing? It stood around just to take a whole bunch of damage. Not quite sure why, as you see another unit getting taken down there. All right, mana burn onto the Obsidian statue. All right, Lich now looking to back off there. Is it going to be able to back off in time? Yes, it will. There is another Dark Ritual. The Lich is now up to 128 mana and growing with the help of the Obsidian statues. All right, let's take a look down over here. That Crypt Fiend has to be careful. Mana burn onto another Obsidian statue. As you see another Null Brood going to get taken down. Level 4 now on the Death Knight. Death Knight, does it have level 2 Unholy Aura? Yes, it does. Death Coil onto that Demon Hunter, but all of those hit points will be replenished without any real problems. Lich needs to find a way to get more mana. If it can perhaps get to level 4 and level 2 Dark Ritual, it will generate more mana per sacrificed unit there. As you can see that the Demon Hunter is now looking to back off. It has taken a fair bit of damage. There's another mana burn going down, and that Death Knight just looking a little bit worse for wear in all of these engagements. The big problem for Focus, though, is that there is not that many creep camps left on the map. He does have a chance to get that Naga Sea Witch to 4, but that is pretty much going to be it. Meanwhile, Death Knight is already at 4. Lich is currently sitting at 2. Demon Hunter is sitting at 3. So it is going to be a 4-3 compared to currently a 3-3 compared to a 4-2. Death Knight now turning around. There is the engagement. Now Mana Burn onto Obsidian Statue. Fork Lightning. Death Coil saving one of those Crypt Fiends as it now needs to back off. Is going to be able to make a way? That is going to be the big question here. Destroyer now out, going after those bears. Bear number 1 stabbed of preservation and saved. Fork Lightning going down again. Crypt Fiend is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Death Knight needs to retreat with all the units as the Naga Sea Witch does get to 4, while the Demon Hunter stays at level 3. All right, Shade now keeping track of the Night Elf army, can easily follow things. You can see, take a look at this Obsidian Statue down to 139 hit points. Does it have a way to regenerate hit points besides that Unholy Aura? And it is slowly regenerating those hit points. Level 2 Unholy Aura, giving it standard regeneration. Get those units back onto Blight. And the regeneration rate of the Undead army is just something to be seen and something to be careful of as the Demon Hunter ventures forth and almost gets taken out here. Let's take a look. Down to 330 hit points. He cannot afford to just stick around here. Are we going to see a Devour Magic? Yes, we are. And that Demon Hunter is able to escape, but it has to be extremely careful. As we can see, a low hit point Ghoul will end up surviving as the Ghouls are slowly replaced by Abominations. That is going to really change things up. Meanwhile, back off over here, you can see that the Boneyard is in play. Frostworms are definitely playable and very effective against those bears. However, Foggy is now looking to get to almost level 4 on his Demon Hunter, almost level 4 on the Demon Hunter. The Naga Sea Witch needs to back off here. Well, with the Naga Sea Witch sticking around, the Demon Hunter will not get to 4, and that Naga Sea Witch will not get to 5. They will stay at their respective levels, but they are still doing a good job making sure that they have more experience than their opponent's units. Ring of Protection +2 has been dropped. Naga Sea Witch quickly picking that up. Boots of Speed, another set on the Naga Sea Witch. That is most likely going to be sold here in just a moment, unless another hero wants another set of Nikes. So far, is it even Nikes anymore? Is that the big brand name shoe? I don't think so. Anyways, Death Knight now making their way back across over here. Well, I guess I'm going to say Jordans. Anyways, Crypt Fiends now coming back across over here. Are they going to engage? That is the big question. Is there going to be a bit of an intercept and a bit of a flank? The Shade was right there, keeping track of everything. As you can see, a Circuit of Nobility was dropped, picked up. What is going on here? Oh, that one Dryad bringing that away. As you can see, the Demon Hunter taking a little bit of damage once more. Death Knight, however, constantly low on mana, really should consider his options before he tries to just launch Death Coils across the map. All right, take a look back across over here. Selling of an item, it sounded like. Do we have any more Rings of Protection? No, we do not. No Rings of Protection on a Dryad. The Dryad doesn't even really benefit from it either. As we can take a look, the Death Knight now making its way across a little bit of disease onto some of the critters on this map. That pig is down to 1 hit point, and it is just going to stay there. You cannot die from disease in the world of Warcraft or in Warcraft 3. But we'll see what the follow-up play is going to be. Frostworm now being trained. That is going to be a big deal. We're looking at 65 over 70. Fighting inside the main base. Rage Havoline looking to really benefit here as a quick webs bring down a Hippogriff. Hippogriff gets taken down. That is going to be a big issue as the Crypt Fiends are already in position to try and stop the counter to those bears. Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch, Illusioned. Crypt Fiends can look to engage here in just a moment. There is a lot of units to devour magic. That Roar is going to end up becoming a liability in just a moment, as it is going to give more damage to those destroyers. All right, here we go. Here's the engagement. Sacrificial Pit taking a lot of damage. Frostworm is in play And here we go, 1-0 upgrades as the Frostworm now looks to engage here. All right, Naga Sea Witch gonna get slowed, no real big issue here. Gonna turn around, you can see Orb of Venom as the units are just looking to engage. It looks like one bear was able to get Staff of Preservation away, but more and more bears are not gonna be able to do that since it is on cooldown. Wow, no, second Staff of Preservation, so both the Demon Hunter and the Naga Sea Witch have Staffs of Preservation, allowing this fight to go as long as it is. Meanwhile, low hit point Crypt Fiend taking a lot of damage here. It looks like he could get taken down, but a bear does finally go down as well, as the units are still engaging here. The Abomination with that Disease Cloud. Long fights generally will favor Undead because the Disease Cloud has more time to just absolutely destroy more and more units. Dryads trying to get away. It looks like they will be able to do exactly that, as the supply count is 59 over 80 compared to 45 over 70. Foggy really miscalculating that fight and now being forced to lick his wounds. Demon Hunter currently sitting at level 4, heading over to the center portion of the map. Shade trying to figure out where the Night Elf army is. Hippogriffs being added as well. Upgrades are currently 3-1, I believe. Yeah, 3-1 for Foggy. Meanwhile, upgrades are just currently 1-0 for Havoline. Not quite sure how he won that engagement, being down so many upgrades, but it has worked out well for him, as the Ghoul now simply just going to run by here and perhaps try and head back home. Ghoul heading back off to the north. Boots of Speed, that Demon Hunter unable to catch up. It looks like there was Frenzy. Yeah, it looks like Frenzy was upgraded on those Ghouls, allow for that faster movement speed, as the Frostworm is now going to be doing a bit of chase as well. You can see Frost Nova going down. Demon Hunter a little bit slower, but able to easily outrun that Frostworm. Demon Hunter now heading back off to the north, back across over here. Frostworm now ready to go. Are they going to engage again? It looks as though the Demon Hunter does not want to engage against this 300 range attacked Frostworm. It is looking to head back home, but who is really benefiting most from this, as no one is really using this extended gameplay wisely. Demon Hunter now going after the Ghoul. There is a bit of damage. You can see Frost Orb of Venom now. That Frostworm taking a large bit of damage. Naga Sea Witch is here as well. Units are going to be forced to retreat. There goes a Ghoul, as the units are all going to be regrouping once again. 67 over 80 supply compared to 50 over 70. Slowly trying to rebuild that Night Elf army. That is a lot of Dryads. Demon Hunter also looking to pick up more items. Not quite sure what he picked up here, but should be useful, as he does also have an anti-magic potion. Back across over here, let's take a look. Crypt Fiends are ready to go. Double Frostworms, 1-0 upgrades. Easily in trouble compared to the 3-1 upgrades of Foggy. Death Knight now making its way across. Let's see what's going to be happening next. There's some absorbed mana. Those destroyers are going to have extra mana going into this next fight. That is going to be the important part. Are they going to have enough mana to really do anything of significance? Obsidian statue there, down now, low on mana as we see. What is this? The Ancient of War taking a lot more damage than you expected. There is a couple of quick webs, turnarounds, and now we are going to be seeing an engagement. All right, let's take a look at this. One unit now taken down. Ghoul should be taken down here in just a moment. More web coming into play as the Death Knight leading in that front position. Needs to could try and death blow to save some units. As you can see, the Frostworms are almost finished out an Ancient of War. Are we going to see a death coil onto that Crypt Fiend? No, we are not, but an Ancient of War is taken out. Bear in Druid form now taken out. And this is just not going well for Foggy. If Foggy is trying to force a game 3 or allowing the game 3 is doing exactly that, as the damage on the units has just been far too much. Not enough stabs of preservations or opportunities to use them at the hands of Havoline. Naga Sea Witch is sitting at 5. Demon Hunter sitting at 4. Death Knight sitting at, I believe, 5. And, well, what is going to be happening next? Oh, Fork Lightning there. Abomination down to 1 hit point. It gets taken out. Not quite sure what poisoned him, but the Abomination did end up taking damage. It could have been the slow poison coming across from that Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, more attacks still coming across. There goes another Hippogriff, as the units are going to be retreating again. Death Knight now heading back over here to the top left. What is going to be happening next? You can see Obsidian statues are being trained up. It looks like another Frostworm is going to be trained up as well. We're looking at 60 over 80 supply. Crypt Fiends sticking their entire bodies in the dirt in order to heal back up. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Blade Master is looking to buy a potion of lesser invulnerability, as the Shade is just walking in between the two remaining expansions, hoping to figure out what to do next. 420 gold compared to 580. Standing army is 60 over 80 compared to 40 over 70. That is going to be a big deal. Foggy really needs to figure out a way to at least make it at most a 10 supply difference in order to be able to trade efficiently in the next battle. $67 over 80 supply for the Undead. He is looking to get the right combination of units, and the additional combination of units requires a second Frostworm from that Boneyard. Meanwhile, Night Elf really afraid to do anything else. You can see that the main tree has already been taken out, and the Tree of Eternity will be forced to uproot itself and perhaps make its way down in order to do a bit of clearing and entangling of that gold mine. Crypt Fiends all ready to go, all unburrowing, still looking at 1-0 upgrades for the Undead army. We're sitting at the 23-minute mark in this game, and it still looks like it could be anyone's game at this point, as Foggy now making the slow trek down to that bottom right-hand side of the map. Unhaunting this gold mine already at 78 over 80 supply. That's pretty much as close as we are going to go to high upkeep and all of that taxation. We're just waiting for the units to come across here in just a second. Shade still keeping track across over here. Tree of Eternity walking up and down the coast, and still no real sign of what's happening here. What is this? Havoline is purposely unsummoning a large number of buildings. All right, so he is now up to, wait, no, he's going to get up a third Frostworm, and that might actually surprise his opponent by unsummoning a building or two. What he is essentially doing is saying, you know what, I am fully committed, I am fully all in on this next attack. I'm going to unsummon buildings, get a little bit of extra gold, and maybe that one extra unit will work out for me. The big problem with this is that if your opponent tries to counterattack you at this stage, he does have a large enough army to really give you trouble. Destroyers, Frostworms, Crypt Fiends, Abominations. Alright, here we go. Death Knight, level 5, Lich, level 4, and we are going to be going into an engagement now. Dry's now looking to back off here. Are we going to see an engagement? There's a Death Coil. Almost taking down a Druid of the Claw. Staff of Preservation incoming, as we see now the Frostworms coming into engage. Alright, Ghouls taking a lot of damage there. Mana Burn now. Crypt Fiends all pretty much soaked in one spot, as the units are going to be able to pick off unit after unit fairly easily. There goes another Hippogriff. Another Hippogriff could get taken down, and that is just going to cause more and more problems as those Crypt Fiends are clearing up the Hippogriffs, allowing those Frostworms to pretty much remain unchallenged. Bear is now going after a couple of those Crypt Fiends there. You can see a Mana Burn there coming across. Demon Hunter now down to, well, death as he gets taken down. We are looking at 30 over 70 supply. Demon Hunter has fallen at level 4, and still we are fighting things out here. All right, Frostworm down to 67 hit points. It is looking to back off. Is going to be able to do exactly that. Down to 19 hit points, and it looks like it will end up getting taken out, but Foggy still gives the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 2.